Hey, I'm Gabriel.
I'm Marco. I'm the helm.
And I'm the crew. And we sail 49er from Brazil.
After Tokyo, having issues with time to sail the 49ers. With my family growing, I had issues with my old partner. He was having a difficult time as well. So we decided to stop. The only way I could continue was finding a young guy to help me out and to push as much as we could with the limited time I had.
When Marco came to me, it was like a pretty big change in my life, I believe, and really starting the circuit and trying to start engaging in the championships over here in Europe. All of this have been much fun and too much learning in this process. Sailed 29er in Brazil for 5 years and started on 49er before Marco called me and do like 1 year on the boat for a warm-up. All the time I just believe that if he's calling me is because he saw something or because I can deliver something he needs. I believe in this way we could manage to complete each other and do our job.
I think what's best about Gabriel, he's a really fast learner. We've been a few times in the 49er. It's not been long, and he's been developing very, very fast. It's been a challenge for me to pass my experience, but he's showed a very good learning curves, and that's the best you can hope for.
Man, Marco is one of the most experienced sailors I ever sailed with. I love about him that he's really trying to help us to get this. I don't have that much experience as him, and he is showing like a very good effort to make change and to make us both understand what we have to do and trying to push us up and up. What I most love the boat is the speed, and I believe most of the people would agree with me, but also the challenging that is the boat. Like, it's a really punishing boat, and we can see this on the water with big waves and high winds, and I believe this pushing our limits is what makes me love the boat.
I think the boat is a very, very good school and manages to develop your skills. I don't know if I can say that right, but probably in every kind of area you could hope for. Well, I think the 49er, even for a foil boat, it's a boat that has instability of windward and leeward, which few boats has. You got the spinnaker, which for ocean boat sailing and asymmetric spinnaker sailing, it's a very good school. So in many ways it's a very complete boat. It's a fast boat, so it develops your tactics and speed of thinking. So I think it has a lot to teach you as a sailor, and especially pushing at Olympic level. I've sailed TPs, I've sailed 40 footers, 12 meters, 6 meters. Any type of boat you put in my front, I think it's going to be a good challenge to try. So
I'm discovering more and more of this world. I am starting to engage in the circuit of big boats now, and of course it has helped me a lot with not just the 49er but the 29er as well. It is like Marco said, the quick thinking, the movement you have to do with the boat all applies, but just in a bigger scale or a smaller scale. So it is a really good school, and I agree with Marco.
Before a race, I very much like to have a good routine, proper sleep, wake up slowly, have a little warm-up. Depends on how I wake up, but sometimes it's stretching, sometimes it's warming up. So physical routine, it's a morning breakfast, take it slow, and arriving to the club at least an hour before we have to dock out, so we can have a look at the boat and be at ease with what we have to do.
Our routine starts on the day before, like just letting all set and no worries for the day of competition. And I believe that that's the way I get more tranquilized on the regatta.
I think the greatest moment we've had was qualifying for the games, especially for me, with my experience, having sailed a lot of time with the same crew before, and then switching with so a little time for a qualifying event. It was a very big challenge for me. I got really happy with myself and with Gabriel with our qualifying, with our spot.
It was like a dream because it is the top spot on the competition level that we are looking for. It was really great to be there and show that we are capable of competing at high level.
We are a young team in terms of how much time we spent together, so every time on the water we can have counts a lot, and there's always a lot to improve, always a lot to get better and to practice. So it's a challenge because last year was very hard financially for us. Been the hardest year, hardest campaign we've had so far with funding, and it's a big challenge to have so little time and so little money to put your effort into. But we've been here for 2 weeks, did double sessions always when we could, always when physically was possible, and the wind wasn't howling, so we couldn't break anything. So we've made the best of what we could in the time we had. So
be able to just do our routines and stay focused on the water and have fun, like, because the most performing championships we had was not like super focusing and stressed with each other. It was like just sailing and enjoying the process.
My dream was to be top 10 in the 49er, which has been a bit of a hard time on the last 2 games I participated in. So I think it's time to push a little harder now.